Morning, everybody. So I have been getting a lot of messages from people wondering how Postmates works. And not just Postmates, a lot of these are the same: Uber, DoorDash, Grubhub, regular driving Uber, Lyft. All of these pretty much are the same premise. You are an independent contractor. So that means if you don't do rides or deliveries, you don't make money. Keep that in mind. This is not a 9 to 5. People keep asking me if we get an hourly wage. No, because we're not employees. We are business owners. So that being said, as the start, let's talk about first how your deliveries work. So basically what happens is you will have the app on and you'll be sitting and you'll be waiting. Sometimes it's 10 minutes, sometimes it's a couple hours, depending on what you're willing to put up with to make some money. So keep that in mind when you're idling and driving around. So a message will come in. You have 30 seconds to accept it. And it will tell you where your delivery is going and everything like that. So you accept it. You drive to where the person to pick up or the order to pick up is. Now, if you're doing food delivery, you have to go in and pick up the food. Now, this is different for every order and for every company. Sometimes you go in, it's prepaid, it's already ready. All you have to do is grab it and go. Make sure you check on your app everything that it says is supposed to be there, because that is your responsibility. And check off all your items and take your stuff. Now, sometimes you have to go in, you have to order for the customer, you have to pay for the customer, and then you have to wait for the food to be cooked, and then you have to grab it and go. Here's the thing, people ordering that I have to say. If your food shows up and it's what you ordered, but it wasn't cooked the way you asked for it to be cooked, that's not your driver's fault, okay? Be happy that we weren't gross enough to pick through your food to make sure that they cooked it exactly right. There's only one way for us to figure out if they put pickles on that burger or not, and I'm pretty sure you don't want us to open it. So if they handed us what we ordered, we go with it, because there's no other way to check to make sure that every little detail you put on there is correct. We order it to the best of our abilities. All right? So yell at the restaurant, please, not at the driver. That's not our fault. If stuff that you order doesn't show up at all, that is the driver's fault. We should be checking the list to see what you got and see what you ordered. So just kind of, to clarify that's been bothering me a little bit. All right. So after you get the order and you leave with it, on Postmates anyway, this is where you start making money. We don't make money for all this stuff we've already done. This is stuff we've done pretty much out of the kindness of our heart. So now we get paid for the drop off, the mileage, and the distance. Time and distance. So I get a set amount per minute and a set amount per mile. It's not a lot. And then for the drop off. Now, here's the thing. Here in Casa Grande anyway, I average between $3 and $5 per delivery. I'm paying for gas, for maintenance, for all of this stuff. And I've already done all these things for you as your personal driver, shopper, everything. So that's where I'm going to go to tipping. Okay. Some people don't leave tips. When you're making $3 to $5 per delivery, and sometimes yesterday I got one delivery, one. All right. And I made $3 off this delivery. So this lady was kind enough to tip me $5. This turned my $3 delivery into an $8 delivery. And I broke even pretty much for the little bit of gas that I used, which is fine. I'd rather break even than not. Now, it's right after a holiday, so nobody's really got money, so there hasn't been a lot of deliveries since the 4th. No big deal. It'll pick back up. But that's the thing. If your food shows up and it's what you ordered, and the driver was courteous, they didn't take forever, things like that, just give us a tip. Any tip. Honestly, yes, you person that gave me a 71-cent tip, I appreciated that tip. I don't care if it was small. Any tip is appreciated because it makes the difference between a break even or a bad day. It really does. So, like I said, if your food shows up and it's what you ordered and the person was nice and we didn't take forever, please take into account we have to drive to the restaurant. We have to order your food. We have to wait for it to be cooked. I've lost clothes to Chinese food drippings on my shirts and stuff already. We are taking the brunt of all this to bring you stuff that you now, don't have to go out for. This was not here a while ago, and if you wanted your Chinese food, they didn't deliver, and you had to get your butt up, go and get it yourself. So, we're providing a service, and anyone in the service industry knows tipping is huge. We live on your tips. What we make for the delivery just covers our expenses, like for real. So, anyway, the other thing, please be kind to your drivers. All right, we go through a lot of crap and deal with a lot of things. If we don't show up at your doorstep with an attitude, please don't give us one. We have been going through a lot. We are at work, technically, and some people, it's the one delivery we're going to get that day. And the last thing we need is somebody being snotty with us. If you don't want to interact with your driver, you don't have to. We can leave the food at your door. So if you know you're going to be rude and snotty with your driver, just don't interact with your driver. You don't have to. If you don't want to see us, you don't have to. But don't make us deal with your bad attitude. We know you've had a long day. We've had a long day. We're going to try to be kind to you. Reciprocate. We'd appreciate it. So, how you get paid on here. There's 2 different ways to get paid on the Postmates app anyway. Some companies only do direct deposit once a week. Some companies do instant pay that you can cash out whenever you want for a fee. Postmates has both. I can cash out whenever I want, or they do an automatic deposit every Monday of what I make. So if there's anything sitting in my Money Made account, basically, on Monday at midnight, they deposit it into my account. I try not to let that go through because it does take a couple days to post, and the money I made the day before may just be my gas money to go work the next day. So if anyone has any questions or anything like that, please let me know. I am very open to conversations, concerns, anything. So, that's pretty much it. That was on my agenda for today. So I hope this helped, and everybody have a good day. Bye-bye.